Hello. Today we will know about the Negotiable Instruments Act, 1881. The Negotiable Instruments Act, 1881 is an Indian legislation that governs the usage and transfer of negotiable instruments. It provides a legal framework for various types of negotiable instruments, such as promissory notes, bills of exchange, and cheques. The Act defines the rights and liabilities of parties involved in transactions related to negotiable instruments. Here are some key features of the Negotiable Instruments Act, 1881. Definition of negotiable instrument. The Act defines a negotiable instrument as a promissory note, bill of exchange, or cheque that is payable either to order or to bearer. Parties involved. The Act identifies three primary parties in a negotiable instrument: the maker or drawer, who issues the instrument; the payee, the person to whom the payment is to be made; and the holder, the person who possesses the instrument. Negotiation and endorsement. The Act explains the process of negotiation, which involves the transfer of ownership of the negotiable instrument from one party to another. Endorsement refers to the signing of the instrument by the holder to transfer the rights to another person. Holder in due course. The Act recognizes the concept of a holder in due course. A holder in due course is a person who receives a negotiable instrument in good faith, for value, before it becomes due, and without any notice of defects or irregularities. Payment and discharge. The Act provides rules for payment and discharge of negotiable instruments. It outlines the obligations of the parties involved in making or receiving payments and specifies the consequences of non-payment or dishonor of an instrument. Liability of parties. The Act sets out the liabilities of various parties involved in negotiable instruments, such as the maker, acceptor, and endorser. It establishes their respective responsibilities and liabilities in case of dishonor or non-payment. Presentment for payment. The Act prescribes the procedure for presenting negotiable instruments for payment. It defines the timelines and manner in which instruments must be presented to the parties liable for payment. Penalties and enforcement. The Act specifies penalties for offenses related to negotiable instruments. It also outlines the procedures for legal action and enforcement of rights in case of disputes or non-compliance with the provisions of the Act. It's important to note that while the information provided here gives a general overview of the Negotiable Instruments Act, 1881, the Act itself is quite detailed and covers many specific provisions, exceptions, and case laws. It's always advisable to consult the complete Act or seek professional legal advice for specific legal matters related to negotiable instruments. For more details, kindly text or email your query on below mentioned phone number and email ID. Do like, share and subscribe this channel for free guide and legal advice of Indian law.